Hey guys, Level Cap here. Today I really want to talk about some of the upcoming shooters that I saw at Gamescom and just generally speaking what the shooter market is going to be like for this holiday season and also moving into the next year. There's a lot of really big titles all kind of vying for similar space in terms of multiplayer shooter games. It's going to be interesting. I think the shooter gaming market could shift up quite a bit depending on how well some of the big AAA titles do versus the indie titles and whatnot. Things are changing, that's for sure. So if you're a shooter fan, especially like militaristic style shooter fan, you're about to get a whole bunch of new games on the market. Battlefield 5, World War III, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 coming with the Battle Royale game mode as well, and Insurgency Sandstorm. All of these titles show a lot of promise, each in their own respective ways. And those are still going to be competing with games like CSGO, PUBG, Fortnite, and Rainbow Six Siege. It's a great time to be a fan of shooter games as you have a huge variety of really massive titles to pick from and some really exciting upcoming titles. Now, certainly Battlefield 5 has been in the news a lot lately, whether it's for some of the cool RTX ray tracing stuff or because of their politically controversial approach to displaying World War II. There's many different things that are putting it in the news lately. One of them has been reports that allegedly the game is underperforming with pre-sales and stuff like that. There's been a lot of questions as to whether or not these reports are even accurate at all, or if people are really just trying to create drama or false information around the game. We really won't know until player counts and stuff like that come out for the title, but I'm still quite excited for Battlefield 5. It's going the historical route. COD currently has the World War II route right now. Battlefield's going to step in and take over. I think from a marketing perspective, they really haven't shown off the big scale Battlefield 5 stuff, which is what I'm actually really excited about, and I imagine we're probably not going to get any sort of glimpse into the large-scale World War II things until at least launch, since we haven't seen any of it in gameplay yet. That being said, what I saw and played at Gamescom was extremely fun, and I'm really looking forward to this game launching and being able to squad up with friends and just have a good time playing some Conquest and Operations. I think DICE has a potentially really good game on their hands here, despite it being a bit marred with some of the marketing stuff that went on for it. I think especially with the removal of premium, this could be one of the most attractive Battlefield games in a long time. And of course, if you're hoping that the next Battlefield game was going to be modern military and you were disappointed that it was just World War II in general, despite any of the other crazy marketing stuff that went into it, well, there's the new World War III game by the Farm 51. I played it at Gamescom and it's solid. It reminds me a lot of Battlefield 4. It's got some new elements in there. It's certainly its own game with its own design and strategy and play style. They seem to have taken a lot of elements from, say, Battlefield games or similar shooters and said, how can we expand this? How can we make it more strategic, more interesting? The armored vehicles have all kinds of little weak points on them where you don't just need an RPG to damage a vehicle. You can take out their countermeasure systems with a standard assault rifle. So there's really cool new ways to gang up against armored targets. There's intel kill streaks, there's bombing kill streaks, there's tons of weapon customization and soldier customization when it comes to your armor, your aesthetics, your weapon modding, barrels, muzzles, optics, all that stuff. It's super detailed, super accurate, and I think this is just going to be a great game for anyone who wants to play something fun and modern military. Very much looking forward to the early access of this game coming out. Then, of course, we've got Insurgency Sandstorm, which is a bit more intimate than World War III, smaller player count, more close quarter maps in general. And this one, Insurgency, just feels more real, you know, minimal UI, very realistic sound effects, great rendering and graphics on the Unreal Engine. Hopefully they can get the performance up there, which I know they're working very hard on. And you've got sort of a more older, battered feel to the game. You're using, you know, modern military weapons, but also mixed in with old military weapons that might cost a few less points on your soldiers. So you can run with an older G3 or an older 8K or something like that, but use the extra points you have to carry more explosives or more armor or something along those lines. The Insurgency formula has already been proven. This is basically just an update to it with better graphics and a few tweaks in the game design. and I think it's also going to be a big hit. Then if you're feeling a little bit modern, futuristic-y, you've got Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Now, obviously, Call of Duty is a tried and proven formula that many people love and play every single year with all the new titles. This one isn't coming out with a single player, but it seems to not be slowing down the pre-orders or the expected sales of the game since Black Ops 4 has such a massive fan base. Plus, it is coming with the new Battle Royale mode called Blackout, which is actually coming out later next month to test out in beta. And so that's actually really exciting. For me, I'm really excited to see what Call of Duty can do with a Battle Royale game mode. Are they going to completely flip the genre on its head? Are they going to become instantaneously more popular and more successful than PUBG overnight? We don't really know what they're coming with, but I'm excited for it. And they've also made a big effort to try and promote the PC features this time around, especially since Battle Royales grew up on PC. If they can get a good Battle Royale market on PC with good PC support, who knows what the future of this title can bring. But it's exciting for COD in general because they've added a lot of stuff to the game that's become crazy successful, like zombies and stuff. They've added on complete new game modes that have almost become more popular than the standard multiplayer modes themselves. Now with them delving into Battle Royale, is it going to be another massive hit? It could be absolutely huge. Plus they have all these tools to work with to liven it up. So I think that's what I'm most excited about for this title. Generally, I'm not really drawn to Call of Duty multiplayer gameplay. It's just not really my thing. A little too fast-paced, a little too arcadey for me. But mixing a Battle Royale theme in there, all of a sudden my ears perked up and I'm thinking, hey, you know what? This could be something I could sink a lot of hours into. Then, of course, we've got the tried and true shooters that are still dominating the market. CSGO, PUBG, Rainbow Six Siege, of course, Fortnite, although I don't really put that into the competitive or the militaristic shooter market, but it's still there, still vying for market space. CSGO has been doing some interesting updates lately. They haven't really done any major things to change the formula, but the formula has been successful and still has a huge player base for it. PUBG has been working their butt off to try and improve and update their game, get the performance better, understand their player base better, set up good tournament rules and stuff like that, progress the game towards becoming a better esports game, increasing the cosmetic market and cosmetic variety, shutting down the trading market and stuff to kill some of the crazy gray market stuff going on for item trading. PUBG's been going through a lot. I'm excited for their roadmap, but I think I might have burned myself out on PUBG gameplay in general. We'll see. Maybe I'll come back to it at some point in the future, but I have a feeling that the Battle Royales coming from COD or Battlefield 5 might interest me a bit more in terms of the overall pacing. Rainbow Six Siege is going strong. They've got a strong, dedicated player base. They've got esports teams. They've got big tournaments going on for it. They're coming out with new operators, new maps, new setups, redesigning classic maps at this point, which is funny to think of because I still in my mind somehow think of Rainbow Six Siege as a new game, but no, it's a veteran now. It's a staple first-person shooter that has built a big fan base around it and has a very unique play style, and they show no signs of slowing down or stopping their innovation or updates to their game. It's gone through a huge amount of changes, a huge amount of balance changes and updates and tweaks to performance in general, and trying to really fine-tune the gameplay, and it's awesome. I love that they've created a new shooter genre, essentially. And then, of course, there's the Fortnite juggernaut, and I don't really need to say much about Fortnite other than it's taken the Battle Royale market by absolute storm. Doesn't seem to be slowing down in any way whatsoever. And Epic's handling that game really well. They've updated it like a big AAA company updates games, and they've released high-quality cosmetic content and items for the game that are in high demand. I think they've handled their title perfectly, and if they continue to do so, will remain industry leaders for a long time to come. So, what's that all mean? It means that there's a huge variety not only out right now in terms of what to play for first-person shooters, but if you were, like me, a fan of Battlefield-style games or militaristic-style games and We have been in a little bit of a rut lately in terms of new or interesting content. We have a huge amount of new stuff coming out in the very near future, again with Battlefield 5, World War 3, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and Insurgency Sandstorm, not to mention a few little shooters here and there. There's a lot of really awesome, exciting stuff coming out in the next few months. What are you guys most excited about with the upcoming shooters? What games do you want to play the most? What are you going to spend your holiday money on? As always, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time. This is Level Cap, signing off.